We made it. Yeah. Sunday will be here before you know it. The excitement for that. But there's always something special about football Fridays. You get high school tonight. You do have an NFL game. We get to college tomorrow. And then you kick off your season on Sunday. I don't want to wait till 4:25 on Sunday, but that's what we got to do as we are ready to go for the first weekend of NFL football. It's so great to be back. Oh, dude, we got our picks. We're ready to go. Should be better this year, Ryan, because last year was our first, time in the state of Ohio having a full season of NFL betting. We learned some things here on this show.
You think so?
You think so. So we should be better off for this season. We'll get to our picks coming up. Browns, Cowboys. There are so many things to pay attention to as we get ready to go for this game coming up on Sunday. Certainly a lot of things on the Browns side. We've discussed Deshaun Watson, the injuries, things like that. But I'm really excited to run through the primer for this game, including some of the best bets out there to get ready and geared up for that. We'll get to our full slate of NFL picks. We got to get to some Ohio State. Sorry to the Broncos of Western Michigan. We'll take care of business there. So we get to Ohio State. Guards out on the West Coast taking on the Dodgers late tonight. Dude, it's going to be a busy weekend. It's going to be a late night weekend here across Ohio. And, of course, we got our game tonight down there in Brazil. We got it all for you on the first Football Friday of the year right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. We are here, ready to go, and a great way to start your season for the Cleveland Browns. And we're going to put this out as our Twitter question, ready to go for Sunday. How you feeling? Are you confident? Are you nervous? I have no idea, or I'm upset that I have to wait till 4:25 on Sunday. I feel like there's a lot of people that are forgetting that, it's a home game, too. We don't get a lot of 4:25 home games, but you got it here on Sunday. So you'll have the lights will eventually have to come on. It'll get darker a little bit earlier now. But I do want to see how Browns fans are feeling for this game on Sunday because, this offseason has been a bit of a slow one, which is good. And the excitement will be there Sunday. But I also get a little trepidation from some Browns fans and the expectations, and you read a lot of the nationals, and you try to go to the national side of things to get an unbiased opinion of what you think the Cleveland Browns are. And like us here, nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. And a lot of years that the Browns have come up and been a really successful team, those were years we were expected to be bad. And you shocked the world, and you made the playoffs when you weren't supposed to. We're not obviously the other side of things where you're not the Chiefs or the Ravens. What a game last night, by the way. You're not one of those teams that have all the weight of the expectations on you. I really feel like the Browns are smack dab in the middle. And, I get that already from people from last night's game. Don't read too much into the first game. Yeah, I'm going to try to not do that on Sunday. But, man, if they can come out and show what we think they can be, and I'm going in low with my Deshaun Watson expectations for the start of the season and all that. What an opportunity you have on Sunday to show some people that this is a team that deserves to be in the playoffs. I hope they can make the playoffs, but Sunday is going to be the first test and all that. And I'd be lying to you, Ryan. Do you feel the excitement? Are we feeling it yet, Mr. Krabs?
I'm certainly feeling it, Mr.
Krabs?
I think yesterday was a great way to kick it off. You never want to see a blowout or anything like that, and we all know how it ended. So I was excited for it, and I'm very excited heading into Sunday. It will be a little bit different. You got to wait a little bit, but I don't mind it. I like when it's something very exciting. I like the anticipation towards it. I like the knowing I get to watch some games beforehand. I get to tune into the Bengals. I get to watch them. Because usually, at the same time when they're playing, I'm obviously more in tune to the Browns.
Right,
but it gives you a chance to watch some other games that you might not have the opportunity to.
Right. And then again, it's it is game one, so there's potentially some upsets to be had out there. And the Browns are favorited. So the line is moved quite a lot, even in the offseason. When it first came out, Cowboys were the favorite, and then it started moving towards the Browns. I've got it so much now to the Browns favored by 2.5. So again, of the customary, the home team gets 3 points. Vegas kind of sees this as almost a pick-em type of game. The other interesting thing is the over-under is just set at 40.5. And I think it has a lot to do, certainly with the Browns defense And when you look at that Dallas defense where they're fighting with some injuries over there, they don't have Leighton Vander Esch anymore. They still have Micah Parsons, and he's a beast. But like I look at some of those pieces on their defense, they should have a solid defense. I think that has more to do with one of the matchups, and we'll get to our Friday report card with its debut of the season. I love the report card. We'll do that coming up in a minute. But you look at it, I look at this game this way. This is the Browns defense versus their offense, and then our offense versus their defense. And you're sitting there saying, like, wow, Matt, is that really how it goes? You know what I'm saying? We should have a slight edge of our defense versus their offense, but they have Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. And then conversely, let me put the two best units on the field on Sunday are going to be our defense and their offense. Like, that's where I think a lot can happen, but also if our offense shows up, and that's the big magic 8 ball of this whole thing, we'll shake it up and go, what are we going to get on Sunday? Like, what we can do versus a solid Dallas defense, those are going to be the storylines. Those are going to be it. We have some individual ones I want to get to as well. That's another great question. What do you think is going to be the bigger sway on Sunday? What do you think is going to be more important, our defense versus their offense or our offense versus their defense?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'll post that instead. You run the Twitter. You do as you please.
I like our question more.
Okay. You can do both. I don't think we have a rule on how many tweets we can send out.
No, that's very true.
All right. 2, how you feeling? A, confident. B, not feeling so good. Or however you want to put it.
Yeah, I feel like that should be 3.
Okay.
Confident.
I have no idea. That's like in the middle. I have no idea how to feel for Sunday.
Confident, no idea how to feel. Nervous.
I just can't believe it's 4:25.
or pessimistic.
Well, I would say nervous would be pessimistic, but you can do what you want. Send it out. It's fine. Send it out.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Just do 3. You can just do 3. Send it out. At Matt Fontana Show. Drop us a follow there. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all of it. I can go no further as well without announcing and welcoming you and extending the invite out to our tailgate right here at Burke on Sunday. Greg Williams is going to be here. It's free to come down. It is free to come on down. I know a lot of people tailgate over there at Burke, but if you're looking for a place to watch the game, come on down. We're going to be here. Garage beer will be flowing. I don't know how we're able to check on that. Just come on down. We're going to have the setup out here. We're going to have a little thing outside. We're not going to quite do the tailgates like we've done in the past, but Chico's going to do our pregame show. And then we're going to come inside. We have a whole lounge right here at Burke. And Greg Williams is going to be there. I'd be there. We got my wife's out of town this weekend, so I got the kids. I should just bring the kids down here. That'd be a riot. But we're all going to be here hanging out. So if you need a place to watch the game on Sunday or you're looking for a really cool spot to do it, come on down. I think we'll be out on the patio. We have an entire wall of TVs right here at Burke, and you get to watch the game with Greg Williams. How cool is that going to be? So come on down. We'll be here Sunday. Even if you just make your way over as the game starts, you want to come down here and tailgate, you're more than welcome to. We're going to be here at Burke doing a tailgate that is open and free to all of our fans to come on down and watch the game. So we'll see you on Sunday with that. Some of the things I wanted to dive into, we head over to ESPN, and they do a Cowboys storyline, a Browns storyline, the stat to know, the bold prediction, the X factor, and then they've got all the picks for the game on the ESPN side of things. So the first thing to get to is something I tweeted out this morning and a storyline to watch for the Cowboys. They have a brand new rookie left tackle in Tyler Guyton, who will be facing the reigning defensive player of the year in Myles Garrett. And Todd Archer's write-up is not just about Tyler Guyton, but they have another rookie center in Cooper Beatty, who's going to be asked to make all the calls on that offensive line. And as Todd writes, the Cowboys aren't going to ask Guyton to block Myles Garrett one-on-one all the time, but there's still going to have to be sometimes he does. Dak Prescott has confidence in the two rookies, but their first game in a difficult venue against the top defense will certainly be a challenge. On the betting side of things, I got it this morning from Bet365, Myles Garrett is minus 160 to record a sack on Sunday. So that's not great odds, but you feel pretty good about being able to grab that one. Maybe sprinkle that into a parlay if you'd like to grab Garrett for at least one sack, minus 160. Going up against a rookie. The other thing, and it's not that I've watched Tyler Guyton play a lot. The one thing that stands out about him, Ryan, he's 6'7.5". He's a hulking man. Do you know one of the best things about Myles Garrett? His bend. Everybody talks about Myles, not only his strength and his speed, but he gets under guys. And sometimes those tall... what's that?
Pause.
Why? He gets under those guys?
Pause.
Yeah.
That was sus.
That's it is what it is. Gets under those guys, gets under those girls, whatever you want. I don't care. He gets under those guys because they're so tall and he's so fast they can't get down there to stop him. They can't get down there. They'll be just twisting that end, man. I think he's good for the sack. I love that. It's one of my favorite bets getting into this game. And we'll do a lot of our betting picks for the Browns game coming up in a little bit. So that's one of my favorite ones. For Sunday is Myles Garrett to get a sack. Browns storyline to watch from Daniel Oifusi. Of course, revamped offense with Deshaun Watson. Jedrick Wills not starting. Jack Conklin to switch over. And they have to deal with Micah Parsons. Now, very clearly, you would feel better about Jack Conklin up against Micah Parsons than you would a rookie left tackle up against Myles Garrett, edge Cleveland Browns. Are you still laughing about that?
Yeah.
You still just, is that just wrecked you over there?
I'm slap happy right now.
That happens. It's Friday, man. A long week, ready to go for the weekend. So that's the Browns storyline to watch. Stat to know. CeeDee Lamb is just 5 receptions away from being the fastest Cowboys player to reach 400 career receptions in just 80 games. Who is he passing? There's a trivia question. The fastest Cowboys receiver in history to get 400 career receptions.
Did Terrell Owens start with the Cowboys?
Yeah. No. He started in San Francisco.
Okay.
Right? Right?
Michael Irvin?
No, you would think it'd be Michael Irvin, but it's not.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. More recent.
More recent?
Yeah, a little more recent. We forget how good this guy was when he was in Dallas.
Oh, Des Bryant.
Des Bryant is correct. Des Bryant did in 80 games. So CeeDee Lamb is probably going to pass that this week. Bold prediction from Seth Walder. Let me get my betting app up. I like this one. He likes a Cedric Tillman touchdown on Sunday.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
Why would I like that?
I don't know.
Like, I'm not saying it can't happen, but why? That's not something that would stand out to me.
Hang on. Touchdown scorers.
He doesn't have a single touchdown in his career.
Plus 2,000.
Yeah, it'd be his first career touchdown.
Should I put $5 on that? $5 wins me $100
There you go.
on said Tillman. Oh, no, I don't want him first. I'm sorry. That's first.
Yeah, dude, I put $10 on Isaiah Likely first touchdown. Didn't work, but he scored.
Yeah, he scored
He should've
eventually.
done anytime.
Sorry, Cedric Tillman to score a touchdown at any time is plus 375.
No.
Plus, you don't like even just that plus 3.
No.
Here's your betting for this. Anytime touchdown score, CeeDee Lamb is plus 110. That probably, right? And I've got a concerning CeeDee Lamb stat to get to in just a second. Jerome Ford plus 120, Amari Cooper plus 130, Zeke and David Njoku are plus 175, Ferguson 187, Rico Dowdell plus 260, Deshaun to run one in plus 250. Okay? Jerry Jeudy plus 250. Huh. Pierre Strong, Cedric Tillman. Dude, they don't have Deontay Foreman on here as like the short yardage kind of guy.
Right.
Am I missing that?
They don't have odds for him?
No. I kind of like that one. I kind of like, if they were to give it to me. Dude, they still have David Bell on here. Do they know what happened yesterday? Not to bring that up. I didn't think David Bell was making this roster, so they probably waited to play some roster games. Nobody claimed him or something like that, but not much there. So that is the bold prediction from Seth Walder. Fantasy X Factor from Matt Moody. Browns running back Jerome Ford.
Yes, sir.
The Cowboys defense led the league in pass rush win rate a season ago, but they couldn't stop the run. Dallas last season was 27th in run stop win rate at just 28%. It would be wise for the Browns to balance their offensive attack, even with Nick Chubb out. And in a sigh of relief, they could go with Jerome Ford, who did score 24 fantasy points against the Steelers week 2 and averaged 12.9 points during weeks 3 through 17 last season for Jerome Ford. So would you like Ford over yards?
I would do a Ford anytime touchdown.
You like Ford anytime touchdown?
Yeah.
That
I'm
would
much
be
more confident in a rushing touchdown than
he's
passing.
plus 120. Plus 120 on that. What about rushing? Over under for Ford is 50 and a half yards. 50 and a half.
I'd go over.
So you like so here's a little parlay we could build up. Over Ford yards, Miles sack,
Yep.
Jerome Ford anytime touchdown.
Yes. Mark my words, that's happening.
Okay, anytime. And then if I add you a player to record a sack, Miles. Okay, why can't I add that? Please add that. Thank you. Okay, there it goes. Okay. Then one of the bets that was getting a lot of run was CeeDee Lamb over yards.
Yes.
You like that?
I don't even care what it is. Yes.
Now you could do milestones if you want to have him do 70 yards, 80 yards, whatever. Receiving props over under for CeeDee Lamb is 79 and a half. You think he gets 80 yards?
Yes.
That 4-leg parlay gets me plus 1. You can throw out there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I think those are our new t-shirts.
Are they?
Yeah, go open that box. See who it's addressed to first. But those are t-shirts, I think. It's got to be. Bring the box in. Come on. We got to show the people the new t-shirts. Plus, I think some of them are for me. Whose name is on that? Is there a name on it? Oh, okay. No, I'm saying, like, Cody was supposed to send me some. Open it up. I don't think they'll care. You're going to need a knife. That's a lot of tape. That's a lot of tape. Ryan's working hard over. I wish I could show everybody on the camera. Are you just going to destroy the box? Fair enough. Are they t-shirts? Oh, they might be some for the tailgate. We're ripping open a box we probably shouldn't. That's all right. I know. Try to just pull one out. Don't hurt yourself. We just got a delivery of something. I want to know what it is. Are they all the same? What are you doing? Yeah, they're t-shirts. Oh, yeah, they're t-shirts. Jeez, oh, man, Ryan, what are you doing? Yeah, they're all t-shirts. Are they? They're probably for the tailgate. We're probably handing. Here, toss one over here. There we go. Oh, no, these are nice shirts, man. Is this an XL? Yeah, I'm taking this t-shirt. Look at that. Let's go. This one's going right in my bag. Right in my bag, baby. Are those all the same in there? Are they all the same color?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, so there you go. So I think we have t-shirts for the tailgate. There we go, ready to go. All right, so back to our parlay here. That's already plus 1,000, man. That's pretty good. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yes. Give me
The total. I want to stay away from the spread and the money line. I don't like that. Quarterback props. You think either Dak or Watson throws an interception?
Yeah, Watson.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
You think so?
Yeah.
Gets me to plus 1,800, man. $5.
I told you Pat was going to throw a pick yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right, we'll lock that in for our parlay. There we go. Off to the races we go. All right, I got a concerning stat for CeeDee Lamb. Ready to go? So over to Seth Walter. He did all of his analytic breakdown for the Browns. The one thing, so first off, he likes the Cowboys plus 2.5. That's going to get a lot of run this weekend, ready to go. And he writes, the Browns defense last season was so terrifying. They were aggressive and dominant. And of course, they struggled against CJ Stroud. And we know Jim Schwartz. He lives and dies by four-man front, the wide nine, but he also likes to play a lot of man coverage with one post safety deep. The problem is Dak Prescott against single high coverages last season, he was the best quarterback in the NFL against it. With one-on-one and CeeDee Lamb, lined up outside. Prescott was number 1 in EPA per dropback, success rate, and raw QBR against single high coverages. And he was 3rd in first down plus touchdown rate and 5th in explosive pass rate. He ate single high teams up last year. And that's kind of what the Browns would like to do. Now, the other side of that would be, what other receiver would you be worried about with Cowboy? Like, obviously, I think Jim Schwartz, number one thing is Denzel Ward, go up against CeeDee Lamb, and you're going to have to shade a safety over top on that. CeeDee Lamb last year against single high, 33% team target share and a 25% explosive reception rate. The thing is, if you can get the pressure to make it hard on Dak Prescott to even see the single high, that's how things change. But again, Seth Walder's best bet, he loves CeeDee Lamb over that 79.5 receiving yards for this game on Sunday.
I agree with Seth.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we're there. Anything else, as before we get to the Friday report card, which we'll do next, when I think about this game, there are those matchups. Again, Myles Garrett versus their offensive line. Certainly Jack versus Micah. You got Denzel versus CeeDee. And then there's Dak Prescott. And I think this season, obviously, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Dak to get out of the gates fast and show something this season that they're going to sign him and all that kind of stuff. Who do you think has more pressure on them in this game coming in on Sunday? Browns are at home. Watson, we know the struggles and all that. But I was trying to think about a case that I actually think there could be more pressure on the Cowboys for this game on Sunday coming in, which is how their offseason went. You know, again, CeeDee got paid, all that kind of stuff. You and I did our predictions yesterday, left Dallas out of the playoffs. Like Mike McCarthy, potentially not going to be their coach next year. Like, I think there is a lot of pressure on the Dallas Cowboys coming into this game on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think there's still more on the Browns. You're home, you're favored.
Okay,
you should win the game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, like, Dak Prescott is going to be good this season. I don't think there's any debate about that.
Yeah, but I also think about the new defense with them, with Mike Zimmer, and they're going to change some things on that the Browns are going to have to kind of make changes on their own right. But I think there's a lot of pressure on Dallas. I think there's a ton of pressure on the Dallas Cowboys coming to this game on Sunday. Well, speaking of the Browns and the Cowboys, we do it every Friday of football season. Let's go to school a little bit. We call it the Friday Report Card. All right, this is how we do it. We all go between the two teams and tell you who we think is going to be better off. We start quarterbacks.
Obviously, this was last year's stats. We don't have anything to go on this season.
Though. It's got to be Dak Prescott.
I mean, without a doubt.
The thing is, of the level I want to get Deshaun Watson to, I don't mind him getting to a Dak Prescott type of level.
Are you kidding? That's the ceiling.
Yeah, that's great.
That would be great. The Browns would win the Super Bowl. If Deshaun Watson played like Dak did last year, the Browns are hosting a Lombardi.
Last year, yeah, certainly. I mean, there's a lot of people that crap on Dak. Like, do you think Dak Prescott's good or not?
I think he's amazing.
You think he's elite?
I think he's fantastic.
See it there. Extremely high completion percentage. The QBR, which was great. And then that touchdown interception ratio, which is just gaudy, which is just absolutely insane there for Dak Prescott. But yes, very clearly on this one, without having Watson play a lot, this one is going to lean towards Dak Prescott, and I'm sure that's why a lot of money is flowing in on the Dallas Cowboys because they have the better quarterback in this game.
Yeah.
The thing I just question, and we'll get to the other positions coming up here in a little bit, it's just, like, is he just going to throw to CeeDee Lamb every single freaking time? I think Jake Ferguson's going to light it up. Do you really have a lot of confidence that ageless Brandon Cooks, like Jalen Tolbert, like they really do have nothing else on that offense other than CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Yeah, but the thing is, what did they have last year? I mean, you had Tony Pollard, whatever. I mean, he's gone.
I was not a big fan of his.
Right, and besides that, I mean, you didn't have a stud receiver that you're missing. You lose Michael Gallup. That's about it.
I guess you're right. Like,
this isn't a new offense.
To that point about, like, they've done this before. Yeah. Like, they know what it looks like. Without having a lot of high-level receivers out there. Dak keeps putting up the numbers, and I expect this to be a big year for Dak as he's trying to get that contract, so we will lean towards the Dallas Cowboys on the quarterback side of things. We move on very heavily on the Cleveland Browns. We start with head coach. It could have been.
I just didn't feel right doing that.
Well, I mean, to start with the head coach, like, I'm talking about now, because people would sit there and say, like, oh, Mike McCarthy's won a Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff. He's probably going to get fired. Yeah. Like, he is probably going to get fired after this season.
100%.
So
unless they go to the NFC Championship.
Right, and you have a two-time defending now coach of the year with Kevin Stefanski. We'll give the lean there, but I could see some people that bitch from Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, well, they can
go
shove
kick
it
rocks.
back down.
They can go kick rocks. Now, receiver, we had a debate this morning because of what we just talked about. The best receiver on the field on Sunday will very clearly be CeeDee Lamb. But then you would go Amari Cooper. Then you would probably go Jerry Jeudy.
Correct.
Then I could maybe even talk you into Elijah Moore. Because, again, these are the starting receivers for the Dallas Cowboys behind CeeDee Lamb. Brandon Cooks,
Jalen Tolbert,
Jalen Brooks, Kavonte Turbin, and Ryan Flournoy, who I've never even heard of before in my life, and I probably butchered his last name. That's it.
Yeah.
And even if they want to try to make this up to be a rushing first attack again, do you think it's going to be Rico Dowdell and Ezekiel Elliott that handle that with two rookies on the offensive line?
Rico's definitely their best running back.
Well, and that they had that thing where, like, oh, they listed Ezekiel as their starter and all that other kind of bullcrap drama they had going on. But we gave the edge to the receiver mostly because of CeeDee Lamb, and he's a top 3 receiver in the NFL. I think him, Jamar, and Justin Jefferson. I'll list Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Bro.
But what?
Don't discredit the Cheetah that, bro.
Well, and Tyreek Hill, you're right. You're right. I did discredit him on that. But, okay, he's top 5. He's an elite receiver, no question about it. And I think the gap between him and Cooper is what separated here. We had to give that to the wide receivers for Dallas because they ain't going to get anything else.
Yep, fair
They
enough.
ain't going to get anything else. We go to running back. We talked about it earlier. The Dallas Cowboys could not stop the run last year. Now, we don't have Nick Chubb, but Jerome Ford has at least carried the football here. And I want to go to Rico Dowdell. In his career, through 3 seasons, he has 96 carries for 385 yards and 2 touchdowns. And really, I'll do you one better, 361 of those yards came last season, which is 2 touchdowns. Jerome Ford is the best running back. What Zeke Elliott has left,
maybe
the best running back on the field.
Supposed to be. You hope. I would not be shocked if Rico Dowdell outplays Jerome Ford.
Well, I mean, this is his first time.
Right. I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest.
Yeah, but then we just go history here. Jerome Ford's got more carries. Deontay Foreman's got more carries.
The Browns the edge.
But I get what you're saying. Like, there's a potential that Dowdell is their guy.
There's not many teams that the Browns will win this category before Nick Chubb comes back.
Sure. But for now, we'll give it to the Browns on this over Dallas. To the offensive line, we mentioned it. A lot of changes there for Dallas, including 2 rookies getting the start. And I think the flip has got to be that you have a rookie left tackle going up against Myles Garrett. Now, the rest of that offensive line, you know how good Zach Martin is, okay? Their other guard is Tyler Smith. Terrence Steele's their right tackle. The 2 biggest positions, though, are the ones you have the rookies in with Cooper Beatty and Tyler Guyton. You need your center to be making the calls, and you got your left tackle going against Myles Garrett. As much as the shuffling has been had with the Browns' offensive line, Ryan, they still should have a top 10 unit. You have 3 guys on that offensive line that are former All-Pros. The guards should be fine. Posick should be fine. DeJuan Jones had a stellar rookie year. And the biggest question is just Jack Conklin, who's a former All-Pro, and you're just asking him to flip over. I think this uber confidence, I think this is really easily very much clear. Even if you want to say Zach Martin is the best guard or the best offensive lineman for the Cowboys, I think he's in the same stratosphere as Bitonio and Teller. Now, Martin's probably better, and I would give you the edge on that. Talking about best versus best there. But I'll give it to the Browns unit here of totality just because, again, they've had to deal with injuries, but they don't have some rookie out there starting at left tackle for a good chunk of the season as you expect to be having here with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the interior for the Browns is elite. Obviously, your question is at left tackle, but you expect Jack Conklin to somewhat be pretty damn good, I would expect. You know, he played it in college, and I don't think a transition is going to be as big as it would for somebody like a younger player who didn't have years under Callahan. I think that'll be fine. If DeJuan Jones is anything like he was last year, we'll be all right.
Yeah. Now over to the defense. We had the best defense in the NFL last season, so we will start with being the best right now. But when you do look at Dallas, here's going to be the change. Mike Zimmer going to the 4-3, okay? So Micah Parsons going to be a true hand-in-the-ground defensive end. You still have DeMarcus Lawrence, but the best part of the Dallas Cowboys defense, I would say best part because Mike is their best player, their secondary is pretty beast. But they do not have Deron Bland. He is on IR. He's going to miss the first chunk of the season here. So you're going to have your number one receiver being Amari Cooper going up against Trevon Diggs, who is very good. But again, they're going to have Khalil Carson have to fill in on that other secondary part. He's only 22 years old and was a fifth-round draft pick just this past year. I'm going to ask Jerry Jeudy to eat up a fifth-round draft pick in his first NFL game on Sunday. Ooh, maybe we should have had Jeudy in my parlay. I shouldn't have set the parlay. I should have just had it and we could add some stuff. But I would say Jerry Jeudy, if that's going to be your matchup, you assume Trevon Diggs is going to be shadowing Amari Cooper the whole time. Then I'm really going to look at Jerry Jeudy to feast there on Carson. You know, Jordan Lewis is their corner, and they have two really good safeties. Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson's fine, but their secondary, it's good. But I think it just took a big hit with Deron Bland not being able to be out there, too. So the edge has got to be, again, Miles, I do think is better than Micah Parsons. I'm sorry. I just do feel that. Then you add our secondary, where, again, Trevon Diggs, Denzel Ward. Wash. Okay,
No.
fine. Probably Denzel better.
Yes.
Denzel better. But I know MJ Emerson and Greg Newsome are better than Kalen Carson and CJ Goodwin and Jordan Lewis.
Correct.
And I think our safeties are a little bit better than what they're doing. Linebackers, they still have Eric Kendricks there. A couple other guys in there. Revamped linebacker. I'm excited to see Jordan Hicks. He's going to be wearing the green dot out
Yeah, I
there.
saw that.
Jeremiah Usu-Koramoah on his new contract. I think the Browns defense very clearly on this is going to be favored for the Browns. And again, this is another position where I think a lot of, as we do the Friday report cards, it's going to be a long time before we come up with a defense that is not favored to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. You're exactly right. Once we get down to, like, I'm just trying to think of right now people on our schedule that I would consider putting over the Browns. I immediately thought of, I mean, obviously you consider the Ravens.
Maybe the Steelers,
maybe, but more so, I think the one team I would put over them is the Chiefs.
Yeah. That defense, dude, Chris Jones was feasting last night, man. I mean, it's so good to see.
Oh, man, barbecue chicken.
He
Chris
was
Jones.
eating those guys
Barbecue
up.
chicken.
He's so freaking fast, man. He is so fast. And they made Lamar, I mean, again, I know Lamar had to run for his life last night and all that, but, like, they were getting in his face.
Yeah,
they made things really hard for Lamar Jackson last night.
Good God. Can Ronnie Stanley just line
He
up?
sucks. Well, no, because, I mean, okay. There's your Friday report card. All right, we're going to get into our picks coming up. Let's recap the game last night. Those calls, when I hear players bitch about it, fucking line up the right way, man. It's not that hard.
It's ridiculous.
And I know all those guys try to cheat. They all try to cheat. So when you see those illegal formations, what does that mean? The offensive tackle is too far off the offensive line because he wants to get an extra step on the D tackle. They said this in a college game, and I assume it applies to the NFL. I think it was Terry McCauley or Dean Blandino or one of those guys. They said the helmet of the left tackle has to be at the belt line of the center. So imagine the center over the football. You can rock back, you can sit back, but your helmet has got to be on the belt line of the center. If not, you're going to get popped for that illegal formation. And the Ravens were bitching up a storm out of all of it. It wasn't a touchdown. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't close.
It wasn't even close. And to pour more salt in that wound for the Ravens, it was called a touchdown. It'd have been different if you had to overcome without a shadow of a doubt that it was the opposite of the call. They called it a touchdown, and you mean everybody could see his toe was on the line.
Right, should have worn white cleats.
Well, I said that, and then, of course, Reflog with a perfect tweet this morning. Over the line! It's Smokey, so his toe slipped over the line. I'm sorry. Is this not a league game? You mark that frame in 8. You're entering a world of pain, Smokey. I always love a Lebowski reference. I always love it. He was very clearly out. A couple things on the game last night. By the skin of my teeth, I hit the under. I took an alt under at 47.5. That's what it opened. It got down to 46. And I took the Chiefs -5.5 on an alt spread there. So got it done last night. Solid night for us. We kick off our bets for this weekend, and it's week 1. Let's get after it, Ryan. Let's go. Here we go. So we got a game tonight. Green Bay, Philly. Yep. Down there in Brazil. My best bet for this is I'd like to take the under. It just seems like this would be something that, they're on the road. It's got to be really hard. Like, there's been a lot of, discussion about, them being down there and things like that. Total is set at a high 49.5 for tonight.
Yes, to land that under.
I love the under. I've got it at 2. Some books have it at 2.5. Philly is a slight 2.5-point favorite, but another favorite play for tonight would be a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. The Eagles gave up 13 rushing touchdowns last season, despite their talents in the trenches, and Matt LaFleur is one of the better offensive schemers in the red zone, which should open up opportunities for Josh Jacobs. In his career in the Raiders, he scored 46 touchdowns behind mostly a pretty crappy offensive line with the Raiders. So 2 bets outside, and we just do the spreads. So that's not what I'm talking about here. But 2 of my favorite bets for tonight, very clearly going to be a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown, and I like the under. That being said, though, we have got to make a play for this game.
Yep.
I have trends. Do you want to hear them? It's game 1, so it's really hard. But I have some trends for this game if you'd like to hear it as far as this matchup goes.
I mean, I know my pick.
Okay.
We can listen to them.
The Pack, and again, it's hard because, this is down in Brazil. I think this is a great equalizer. But the Packers have owned the Phillies. They are not only 6-3 straight up in their last 9 against the Eagles, they're 6-3 against the spread against Philly. Green Bay, historically fast starters. The Packers are 13-5 straight up in their last 18 games played in the month of September. You flip it over for the Eagles, they went undefeated in the month of September a year ago. The issue that they had last year was playing as the favorite. Philly was 0-5 ending the season last year when they played as the favorite. You go first. I should go with my gut on this. But you go first. Philly -2 versus Green Bay
first
tonight.
I want to say I do love the Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown.
It's a good one.
Marshawn Lloyd won't be in this game. A.J. Dillon's out for the year.
Yeah.
But my pick, I'm going to be betting myself Packers money line, but for the sake of this, obviously, I'll take Green Bay plus the points.
My gut said take Philly. And I'm somebody that is a giant Green Bay Packers believer in this season. And again, it's everything. You want me to you want to start out with a little lead here, don't you? You want to start out with a little lead, what you like.
Well, you're leading. What do you mean? You're 1-0. I'm 0-1.
Oh, that's right. We got to even things up. So I had KC last night, Ryan down Baltimore. I'll give it to you. I'll take Philly. I'm a big believer in Green Bay. The thing is, with this being such a fluky game, the under and the dog is what screams to me, but I'll take Philly.
That's why I like Green Bay.
I know.
Because here I'm taking Matt LaFleur over Sirianni.
I get it. All right, we go to Buffalo. The Bills, without any of their receivers, take on the Arizona Cardinals. 1 o'clock, Highmark Stadium. This is a 6.5-point spread. Some have it at 7 with an over-under of 47.5. Some of the favorite picks here from OddsShark. Under the 48.5. Kyler Murray is back, but the Cardinals want to keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands and maybe a potential heavy dose of James Conner week 1. And of course, the Bills lost a lot of talent. Allen's going to need a couple weeks to figure out what's going on. So they really like the under 48.5. And again, these are trends. It's hard for you to believe, but we'll see. Arizona just 1-7 against the spread their last 8 games against the Bills, and just 2-6 in their last 8. Now, again, Arizona, it's so hard because they didn't have Kyler Murray. It's a brand new team and all that. But Ryan, last year, 2-10. Well, not just last year, even going back to year prior. They were just 2-10 straight up in their last 12 games on the road. You flip it over for Buffalo. They were 4-1 in their last 5 games at home, and again, have really kind of owned Arizona. It's a big number, 6.5 on the side of Buffalo. Am I going to buy into the fact that Josh Allen has no one to throw to in this game?
No, I wouldn't say there's nobody to throw to. That's what they want you to think.
They're at home. I'll take Arizona plus the points. I don't think they win, but I think they cover.
Yeah, touchdown. Wait, you said you got it at what?
6.5 is our official mark here.
Yeah, give me Cardinals.
All right, Cardinals it is. Same one there. All right, the lowly Saints welcoming in Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. 1 o'clock on Fox. Saints a home 4-point favorite here. Your over-under is set at 41.5. Is Bryce Young going to be good? I have no idea. The thing about the New Orleans Saints that a lot of people are pointing to, their offensive line sucks. Ryan Ramczyk is out. They'll have Trevor Penning, but he was benched last season for poor performance. And at left tackle, they got to start a rookie. And Talasi Fuaga, who's a right tackle in college, he's got to start over there. The preseason, you want to talk about what Bryce Young was or wasn't in that. We'll see. They don't have Jonathan Brooks to start the season. Chuba Hubbard's at 54.5 rush yards. I kind of like a Bryce Young touchdown pass in this game, too. Let me see if I can get you that quick here.
Just one?
Just one. I mean, he might throw for more, but quarterback props. Passing touchdown, see, the over-under is set at 2.5. I'm sorry, 1.5, so I would need 2. For Bryce Young. Can I just get him to score? Hang on. Think he runs one in? No. Player props. Hang on. Touchdown scores. No, that's not what I want. Can I just get it where he throws one touchdown? That's it. Passing yards milestone, receiving yards milestone. Player passing touchdowns. Yeah, see, they're going to make me get the 1.5. I don't know if I like the 1.5, but I think Bryce Young will throw a touchdown here. This is one of my favorite picks for this weekend, Ryan, because I think the Saints suck. Give me the Panthers plus the 4.
Yep, give me the Panthers money line, actually, but for the sake of this, give me the plus 4.
We only have 2 road favorites in this slate of games this weekend, and one of them is in an AFC South battle with the Houston Texans going up to Indianapolis to face the Colts. 1 o'clock at Lucas Oil Stadium. 3 for the Houston Texans on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, divisional home dogs have covered at an 80% rate in Week 1 NFL games since 2009. So again, Week 1 home dogs have covered at an 80% rate since 2009. That obviously would lean towards the Colts. But just for you, Ryan, I will take the Houston Texans road favorites here, -3 out there. Your over-under for this game is set at 48.5. Go ahead and give me Houston -3.
I don't think I need to do much explaining. You know my pick.
Indianapolis is where you go. Interesting AFC South battle. The Jags traveling to take on the Dolphins. Interstate rivalry here, if you will. Shout out to Stone Temple Pilots. Interstate Love Song. Amazing song while you're at it there. Jacksonville, of course, coming off a very bad season. Trevor Lawrence injured. High expectations this season. And they take on Miami, which is crazy that they're not in the same division, even though they play in the same state. But here we are. The Dolphins, a home 3.5-point favorite. In their last 8 games in the month of September, the Dolphins are 7-1 against the spread in September games. You flip it over for Jacksonville, they are just 3-9 in their last 12 games played in the month of September. You want a little trend for this one on your over-under? For Jacksonville, the last 5 years in a row, the over total has been hit. Now, this one is at 49. That's kind of a big one there, but maybe take the over in this one on high-flying offenses, which you could totally see. I mentioned Miami, how good they are in the month of September, but also in Week 1, their last 10 Week 1 games, Miami is 7-3 in their season openers in the last 10. I will take Miami here to cover that 3.5, and I think maybe cover it pretty easily. I do like a shootout there. I like a shootout there.
Mark me down for the Dolphins as well.
Dolphins it is. All right, the Vikings, the only other road favorite in this slate of games this weekend, and that's because they're playing the Giants, who stink. Danny Dimes back at the helm, but of course, as we know, it's just going to be Sam Darnold at quarterback for the Vikings. What do you think about? Do you like it all that there's some? I don't want to say hype, but there's some people believing in Sam Darnold a little bit this season.
I mean, I don't think he's bad don't get me wrong, he wouldn't be a starting quarterback on probably 20 plus teams, but let's not act like this is a complete utter disaster situation at quarterback.
I kind of agree with you. Then when you factor in that TJ Hawkinson is still out, but you still have Jordan Addison. I really like the Aaron Jones signing for them, and you still have Justin Jefferson to throw the football to. This is one of the lowest over-unders this weekend at just 41.5. Now, the Vikings and the Giants combined last year to hit the under in 58% of their games. So maybe this has to be one of those games, but 41.5 is just so low on that one. Vikings 1.5 point favorites. I'm going to go ahead and take them in this one right here. I'll get you some trends on it. I do think the Giants are just absolutely horrible. I just think they are really bad. These trends are hard because, again, it's like Minnesota. A lot of that was with Kirk Cousins and all that other kind of stuff. They didn't finish the season all that well. Minnesota is 4-1 their last 5 games against the Giants, but they suck in September. Minnesota's not covered in their last 5 games in the month of September. For the Giants, though, finished a little bit better. They were 5-0-1 against the spread their last 6 games at home, but they also suck in week 1. Giants on a 1-6 straight up trend in their last 7 week 1 games. Give me Minnesota in that one minus. I would actually probably take it up to 3. I'd take it on it all. Give me Minnesota minus that.
Yeah, if you're going to give me just 1.5 against the Giants, I'm going to probably take that every single time. Probably. I mean, just game plan for Malik Neighbors, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be just fine. Interesting game for us to watch. It'll be the Patriots and old friend Jacoby Brissett trying to start things off bad for the Cincinnati Bengals. It is at Paycor Stadium. Is a 1 o'clock kick. 8.5. It is the largest spread of the weekend for the Bengals at home, minus that 8.5. Over-under is just 42.5. Of course, New England coming in, revamping things with Jacoby Brissett. And I'd like to think that you could, live and kind of stay close with that. But I also just think that Joe Burrow's out on a mission this year. This is an extremely historical trend that probably doesn't help you very much, but I got it anyway. New England is just 3-6 against the spread. Their last 9 games down there on the banks of the Ohio River, so they don't play well there. But New England does own Cincinnati, 7-2 straight up in their last 9 games, and they are 6-2 against the spread their last 8. But a lot of that is Tom Brady. You flip it over for Cincinnati. Again, it's hard because it's not always Burrow, but they don't play well in their week 1 games. They are just 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games when played the season opener, I should say, for the Cincinnati Bengals. I haven't let you go first here in a little bit because I'm a little torn on this one. I'm going to see what you go. Patriots, Bengals, 8.5, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the line's going to shift if indeed Jamar Chase does not play. And obviously, if he doesn't.
Limited, I think he's going to play.
Bengals,
do they need him?
Joe Burrow's that Taylor era, they historically have very slow starts. I mean, you formula like we see with these new coaches, Gerard Mayo coming in his first year. I think Brissett will be fine game managing. 8.5 points is a lot. It is in the jungle, but if I'm going to be a Bengals hater, I got to be a Bengals hater through and through. So give me the Patriots.
I will join you on the Patriots pick there. I will join you. I just think my thing might be Gerard Mayo slowing things down and trying to limit Joe Burrow. Cincinnati should win that game, but that's a lot to do by 8.5 by more than a touchdown there. Steelers down in the dirty South to take on the Falcons. 1 o'clock there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Is Russell Wilson playing in this game?
They don't know.
The
we
hell's
don't know.
going
Nobody
on
knows.
with him?
Hurt calf.
This one is an interesting one. 3.5. Kirk Cousins, Kyle Pitts with the hamstring. This one's a really tough one.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Go ahead.
Atlanta.
ATL. Let me see this one here. This is a write-up from Nick Holtz. Steelers are perpetually underrated. They won 9 games last season with Kenny Pickett under center. Russell Wilson has set the world on fire, but he's undoubtedly an upgrade. The question about Kirk Cousins being 100% is a concern for this game. On top of that, Atlanta has one of the worst front sevens in football. They traded for Matthew Judon and signed Justin Simmons. but it doesn't really change much there. The public is overvaluing a Falcons teams with a ton of questions marks. They like Steelers money line in this one. Steelers are 13-1-1 in their last 15 games against the Falcons. They're 6-1 their last 7 games down there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And the Falcons are just 5-13 in their last 18 September games. You're easy on Atlanta here?
Personally, yes.
All right. Yeah. That's fine. They're at home. I'll take them on that one. Titans traveling to Chicago to take on the Bears. Caleb Williams making his debut as the first overall pick. This is a 3.5, but now I've got it up to 4. I've got it up to 4 here in some places. The Titans pretty lowly in this one. Again, Titans this past season gave up the 5th highest QBR last season, alongside the fact that the Bears have this loaded up offensive, juggernaut now with Chicago. I'm going to take the Bears on this one minus at 3.5. It's 4. It really is 4.5. I should move it there to 4.5. I'll move it to 4. Ryan?
Yeah, no D-Hop for the Titans. I don't think the Titans are necessarily going to be as bad as people think, right? I think Callahan's a pretty good coach. Obviously, he gets our beloved Callahan from us, but I never quite know how to judge rookies week one.
Yeah,
even if it is Caleb
tough.
Williams.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Will though go the Bears because I have them making the playoffs, and I think if they're going to, that's a game they're going to have to pick up.
Titans have covered just 2 games in their last 2 of their last 8 in week 1 season openers. So a little historical trend there. Chicago was really good at home, 4-1 in their last 5 games against the spread last season. Again, that all changes with Caleb Williams coming in, but we'll both take Chicago there. All right, we get to our 4 o'clock slate. We start with Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos up there at Lumen Field to take on the Seattle Seahawks. I've got this one as 6 with a low over-under of 41. I kind of like that over in that game more than anything. But we'll see how it goes on that one. Quick trends on this one. Again, Geno Smith coming in, and I think a really big year for him. Seattle comes into this game 4-1 in their last 5 season-opening games, 12-6 straight up in their last 18 games in the month of September. And the over seems to be the play just on how Seattle ended the season. 4 out of their last 5 last year and 4 out of their last 5 games at home last season. The over hit. Of course, Denver really struggled last year, 2-4 against the spread to end the season out, but they are just 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games in week 1. I have a lot of favorites. And I don't know how much I trust Seattle, where I think they're going to win. But I'll take Denver to cover that 6 against Seattle.
Yeah, talk about a welcome to the NFL for Bo Nix playing in Lumen Field, your first game. I think it's going to take Seattle a little bit of time to get under Mike McDonald, his new regime there. I'm going to go with Sean Payton and Bo Nix to cover that 6 spread.
All right, let's go. We both like that one there. The Commanders taking on the what do I got here? Commanders taking on the Buccaneers, 425 down there in Tampa. The Bucs, I would say a low 3.5 point favorite here for Jane Daniels and crew to get this one done. I have a lot of hype for Jane Daniels, and we'll see. And for Tampa, the remarkable season they had last year, they bring Mike Evans back. You get Baker Mayfield's contract done. I feel like there's a lot of hype going on right now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But Washington historically plays them really well. 5-2 against the spread their last 7 games and 4-2 straight up. Washington was really bad on the road last year. We'll see how that goes. For Tampa, 5-2 to end the season against the spread their last 7 games, and they start out pretty well. Usually they are 4-2 against the spread their last 6 games in the month of September. Bucks minus 3.5. Ryan, you're up first.
I'm going to go with the kid Jaden Daniels to actually win his first NFL game. Let's not pretend that the Buccaneers offense was good last year, right? They cruised by in that horrible division. You lose Dave Canales. Give me Dan Quinn to get his first win week 1 as head coach of the Commanders.
I don't know if I could put it on her. Again, I'm picking Caleb Williams in the other game. I don't think Jaden Daniels quite has the support there. I think this is a good another tank year coming in for Washington. Just keep Jaden Daniels healthy. Let him learn. I'll take Tampa Bay, and especially if they're at home. Only at 3.5, though. I think I got to take that one right there with the Bucks. A really marquee matchup here as we get to Sunday Night Football, and we got the Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. This game, I'm really excited for this game Sunday night. It is 4.5. Detroit, the home favorite in this one. So let's start out with this one. Let me run through here, see what we got here. Sorry. Both these teams with a high-powered offense can effortlessly put up 30 points, but the two big advantages for the Lions will be their offense and defensive line. While the Lions boast probably the league's best offensive line, the Rams unit comes in limping in with several key players either suspended or injured and not expected to be 100%. That's bad news versus a defensive line of Aiden Hutchinson and the crew. The Rams also be without their starting tight end this season. And the Lions defense got even that much better with Taron Arnold, DJ Reader, Marcus Davenport added to the teams on that one. Lions minus 4.5. I will take Detroit in that one all day long. Ryan.
I will disagree with you, Matt.
Boom.
Lions have had a lot of time to think about that epic collapse in the NFC Championship game. Let's not forget who owns Ford Field, Matt. It's Matthew Stafford coming back to his home grounds. I expect Sean McVay to get that squad ready. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua both healthy. You're going to give me 4.5 against Rams and McVay. I'm going to take that every single time.
Let me help you out. Rams are 6-3 against the spread their last 9 games against Detroit, but they're only 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games at Ford Field. But the Rams in September under Sean McVay are a pretty safe bet. They are 13-5-2 their last 20 games when played in the month of September with Sean McVay. For Detroit, they're almost as good in September. They're 7-1 against the spread. Their last 8 games in the month of September, pretty good. And of course, 8-1 straight up in their last 9 home games. So we'll differ on that one for Detroit and the Rams. We'll save our Monday Night Football one for Monday, and we'll save our Browns pick for later in the show. We got to get our Guardians action in for tonight as well as they take on the Dodgers. So that's all coming up in hour 2. All right, really important. We'll get to the morning update. Today is the day, buddy. We could throw in a big play shirt.
True, we could do that.
We get the grid today, and we got a big play package coming to one of you out there. We got to complete it. We got to get it done. The grid comes your way next. Stay with us. Fontana Show right here on Big Play.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just, that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Even though our strength of schedule was number 1 in the NFL, I think we have the dogs up front. We have the dogs in the back as it relates to our defense. Our defense alone keeps us in these games. Not even talking about offense. Let's just say Deshaun Watson isn't there. We got dogs on the defensive side that's mirroring the potential of the Ravens from 2001 or 2000 Ravens with Jamal Lewis and the boys and Ray Lewis and those guys.
Right.
They won, again, no disrespect to Trent Dilfer, but they won without a high-powered offense.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes
them around the far turn. Tis the laws making us move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
Hour 2 upon us. We got the morning update, all the stories you got to know. We'll get to the guards, get a little Ohio State action late tomorrow night. Big Ten Network, Western Michigan. And, of course, our Browns play for that. We'll get to time up. We got it all. Football Friday. Ryan's got the stories. Call it the morning update. Take it away.
Alrighty, well, the Guardians are going to travel to the Bay Area as they take on arguably the best team in baseball, the Dodgers, for a 3-game series. First game is tonight. First pitch, 10:10 p.m. Matthew Boyd going for the guards. For the Dodgers, it's Landon Knack. He's 2-2 with a 3.00 ERA.
Let's get it done. Knack has never faced the Guardians, by the way. And what a find Matthew Boyd has been for this team, right? Like how incredible he's been. We'll get to our plays a little bit later on that with Boyd going for tonight. But, you know, the Guardians at this point, you've reestablished a little bit of a cushion. And you can almost breathe for a quick second, right? You got to hammer down. You got to hammer down stuff. Now, the Dodgers are in a spot right now where I want to see if I can pull this up real quick right away. Because, you know, remember we did that core ranking the other day? And you look at the Dodgers and you're like, oh my God, like how crazy, how good they are. Do you want something a little weird, right? They're only a couple games up on the Brewers to keep a bye in the NL playoffs. So right now, the Dodgers and the Phillies are tied at 84 and 56. The Phillies have an 8-game lead in the East. They're going to win it. 5-game lead for the Dodgers out west over the Padres. They're going to get it. And the Brewers have a 9-game lead on the Cubs. So your division winners are pretty set. Now, the interesting thing is that, again, the Dodgers only have a 3-game lead on the Brewers for, again, that first or second bye. And, again, I know the Phillies are right there. So I sit here and I say, with the Dodgers have literally a 99.9% chance to make the playoffs. They're going to the playoffs. And they have a great look at winning their division. They still have a lot to play for. And especially that the Phillies are 8-2 in their last 10. The Dodgers are 7-3. The Dodgers are hot right now. And what's going to be this biggest thing? Not pitching to Shohei Ohtani, right? And navigating that lineup of what are you going to do, right? And they get Max Muncy back and all that kind of stuff. The Dodgers are playing good baseball right now. So I like that we had a little turnaround against the Royals. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little nervous about this set out there in LA. It is only 3. That's a positive. I hate to say it, Ryan. I think I just need 1. Just give me 1. You know, I'll take a sweep. I'll take 2. I'm thinking it might just be 1 out there. And that's fine. You're on the West Coast. It can be a little fluky. All good. Minnesota did get a win yesterday, so that one's a tough one. Not that they're going to crawl back into this. And I don't think Kansas City played yesterday. So you're still in a really good spot. Give me at least 1. We'll talk about it after that.
Alrighty, well, week 2 of college football is upon us. The Ohio State Buckeyes look to move to 2-0 as they welcome Western Michigan into the shoe. Kickoff is 7:30, Matt. Not quite the gaudy spread of 50 points that it was versus Akron, but still a hefty 39-point favorites.
Oh, really? I got 37.5. So, yeah, I mean...
Oh, excuse me. It opened at 39.
So
it's currently 37.5.
That means there's money coming in on the Western Michigan Broncos. We'll do a little Ohio State preview at the end of the show. One more introduce you to Western Michigan. Did you see what Judkins had to say? He goes, playing at Ohio Stadium with 100,000 fans, he goes, I only did that on the road. He goes, I only ever did that on the road when I was playing at Ole Miss. He goes, this is a little bit different for me now. Ohio State opened up just fine. Did what they needed to do. We'll see. You want to do our quick college primer?
Sure.
Okay. Texas, Michigan, Ann Arbor, Texas -7. I like the Longhorns a lot in that game. What about you?
I do as well.
All right, let me just get your top 25 in this. Wait a minute. God, son of a gun. Why can't I just search by top 25? Scores, top 25. Here we go. Texas, Michigan, we will both take Texas in that one. Georgia's taking Tennessee Tech. It's actually kind of a bad slate this weekend. Alabama's got a cakewalk. Missouri's playing Buffalo. Your only other top 25 game is Tennessee, NC State. That's a 14-24 matchup. Tennessee -10. Oregon's got Boise State -21.5. By the way, there are people that are pushing the Broncos, not to win that game, but a lock that I read this weekend somebody really likes is Boise State +21.5 against Oregon. Had that slow start, I guess. So really, your marquee matchup is going to be noon at the Big House. Texas taking on Michigan. Of course, I'll take Texas, and we'll get to Ohio State play a little bit later. But solid weekend. Again, you got an NFL game tonight. You got NFL on Sunday. It's kind of a down week for college, but it is what it is.
Well, the NFL kicked off yesterday, and it gave us a good one. The Chiefs beat the Ravens 27-20. Derrick Henry did draw blood first, but the Chiefs ultimately prevail. Great debut for rookie Xavier Worthy. He scores twice, one rush, one pass. Patrick Mahomes, just 291 yards and a touchdown, but that was enough as the Chiefs once again beat the Ravens in a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game.
There are just some things that that not even like Travis Kelce, because that one throw where Mahomes in the pocket, he spins around and he just finds Kelce, like that's the stuff about Patrick Mahomes, about why he is the best. Like you could be so angry that you have the best defense, you got hands on him, you can't cover Kelce, and they just smoke you. Like anything, they're not only supremely talented, they got a good scheme, and they're confident. They're confident in what they're doing. So, great game last night again. There's nothing to bitch about. He was out of bounds. It was as clear as the day. Tucker missing a field goal. Back and forth you go. Is Baltimore just going to become Lamar? Like, they didn't run the football. They didn't even throw it to Mark Andrews. Maybe that was the whole... But it was like there was times, Ryan, they panned to the sidelines and Mark Andrews standing there with his thumb up his ass. They didn't even have him in the game. I guess slow preseason for him, didn't play, got in the car accident, all that kind of stuff. I had somebody text me after this game, though, this morning, and they said they thought that Baltimore was playing a little rope-a-dope, if you will. Like, that they didn't show them. And I go, why would they do that this early in the season?
Yeah, no.
Like, it just didn't seem like the Ravens, played all that well. And that's just mostly about, like, that's how there's like Lamar Jackson played extremely well. Like, he's a freak. But if they really think that this whole season is just going to be him having to run, they better get Keaton Mitchell back soon, because that running attack doesn't look like they have anything going for it right now. But yeah, fun game to go on. Great way to kick it off. Well done. Chiefs get it done. And the Ravens are in the cellar in the AFC North. F them. Go to hell.
I agree. Alrighty, well, staying in Kansas City, Chiefs superfan Xavier Babudar, widely known as Chiefsaholic. Well, he got sentenced to 17.5 years in prison without parole and 3 years of supervised release. Babudar admitted to stealing more than $800,000 in 11 robberies across 7 states and laundering the proceeds through casinos. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of bank robbery, 1 count of money laundering, and 1 count of transporting stolen property across state lines.
Do you know the balls it takes to rob a bank? Like,
I did it in GTA a few times.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, and obviously what he did is very serious. I'm glad that nobody got hurt or anything like that. Ryan, what's one of the rules of our show?
You're gonna get caught.
You're gonna get caught. Especially robbing a bank. How stupid do you have to be?
I don't know. It looked pretty cool robbing a casino in the Ocean's films.
I guess. By the way, did you see that?
Yes, I did. I like it.
Don't do... No.
Well, it depends.
For those that didn't see,
it could be good.
They want to make an Ocean's 14 with the whole cast coming back. Carl Reiner and Bernie Mac are no longer with us. Do not make that movie.
Bernie was awesome.
Bernie was the fucking man.
Yeah, he was.
Every time I watch that movie, I get so sad about Bernie Mac. Not only the Bernie Mac show, but him playing the Reverend in Friday. You ever see the movie Friday?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my God. Hilarious. Chris Tucker, Ice Cube. Go watch Friday. The sequels weren't great, but the OG Friday movie, hilarious. But anyway, every time I watch Ocean's 11, I just get so sad that Bernie Mac is in here. Don't make that movie. I don't want to see it. It's not something that's of interest to me. Even the original trilogy, first one great. Ocean's 12 didn't do it for me. 13 was fine. And also somebody said that in Ocean's 8, they killed Danny. Danny was dead. Remember? You see Ocean's 8 with Sandra Bullock?
No, I didn't.
Spoiler alert. At the end of the movie, she's sitting at his grave, having a cocktail, like, because they pulled the heist off. But Ruben did show up at the end of it. I don't know, whatever. Don't need it. Don't want it. Don't do it. Back to that Chiefsaholic thing, where he started it really started with a gambling addiction. He said, he goes, I had a gambling addiction. I was trying to pay all this kind of crap off. But then, like, the social media posts, and they found out, he wasn't living the life that he thought he was. And it sounded sad because it sounded like he had a really traumatic upbringing and stuff like that, which sucks. Bro, you can't be robbing banks. And it's a big story, obviously, because, Pumpkinhead is a buddy of mine. I almost want to send him a text and be like, just don't do it. I was thinking Browns super fans, like our guy Dan. By the way, shout out to Dan the Macho fan.
Yeah.
He just sent me his new t-shirt. YoungstownClothing.com. I might have to get that order from my buddy Dan. Look at that. Can you see it?
Not really.
Not really.
It's a little better.
A little better. The Macho fan. I might have to get that for you, Dan. That's an awesome t-shirt. But anyway, all you Browns super fans out there, don't steal money from banks and money launder it. Probably a good idea.
Alrighty, well, the legacy of Caleb Williams continues to grow as the number 1 overall pick this year. He's going to have his number 13 jersey retired at USC before taking his first snap in the NFL. The school made the announcement on social media showing Williams' number displayed on the Los Angeles Coliseum. Reggie Bush's number 5 was also shown for the first time since his Heisman was reinstated back in April of this year.
I think that's really cool for colleges, and that, without a doubt, should be true. You win a Heisman, your jersey is retired. Like, I most schools do that. And then, like, what is a jersey retirement? Because you hear a lot of times that even in the pro, like Malik Neighbors got that guy's number for the Giants and the family gave the blessing and all that kind of stuff. But I think that is one of the cooler traditions in college football. You win a Heisman, I think you should get your jersey. I don't know about a statue or anything like that. But you should totally get your jersey retired. And that's good. And they finally gave it back to Reggie Bush. We all knew that. So I'm glad that they get to be immortalized that way for sure. Kind of brings back a thing, though, man, because everybody thought Caleb was going to be the one to break arches. 2-time Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah,
I don't think the Heisman committee wants that, to be honest with you. I don't think they want that. I think they like having just Arch as the only 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. But we should get to we never even placed our bets for our Heisman odds. This year's going to be a freaky year. Like, this year of college football, with the NIL and the transfer, which I know people are so soured on some of that crap anyway, and I am too. This isn't a year where you had Bryce Young coming back. You didn't have Trevor Lawrence coming back. Okay, Carson Beck, Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers, sure. But, like, that's it. They're really, like, Ollie Gordon's probably the best running back in college football.
Oh, my God, he's broken in the video game.
Is he really good?
I've never seen him get tackled first try. Never.
Yeah. So he's up there. Obviously, Judkins.
Him and Judkins.
Yeah, I'm sure they're really good. Like, their top receivers, they got that kid out of Missouri, certainly Emeka Ibuka.
Luther Burden.
What's that?
Luther Burden.
Yeah, he's a kid out of Missouri. He's really, really good. But it's like, I feel different that this college season, obviously I'm all in Ohio State, but I don't have like 6 guys that I'm like, oh yeah, man, they could. I think it's going to come down to 3 guys, as it always will. It's going to be Carson Beck. I'll tell you this, man. Will Howard's not even going to go to the ceremony. Write that down. Yeah, and I kind of like that because he plays both sides.
But here's the thing: if
Colorado
they win 5 games,
sucks,
right?
Like, yeah, that's going to be the hard thing there. See all that drama with Bobby said it about how he thinks that Deion's sacrificing things to make sure they look really good. You didn't see that? Bobby went viral for that. Bobby Carpenter did.
No, was that on Pat or his show?
I don't know where he said it. It's a good question. But Bobby Carpenter daily, by the way. Bobby watching that first game where Shedeur was just getting pressure out the ass. He's like, I think Deion's like purposely doing this so Shedeur looks really good to the scouts.
Would that shock you?
No, but then he shouldn't be the head coach.
Is
he going to be the head coach there in 2 years?
No.
I don't think so either.
No, he
don't
went to
think
go to the NFL after.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
They asked Jerry Jones, did you hire
Yeah, I
him?
do.
Yeah, I think he'd be good as a pro coach. I really actually do think
Yeah,
he'd be
watch.
really
They'll
good
move
for-
on from Dak if they don't sign him. They'll draft Shador.
Draft Shador and bring in Dion. Wouldn't that be something? That'd be
All
pretty
for
cool.
the attention for Jerry's world.
Well, there we go. Speaking of attention, Ryan, we have an important grid today. Not only because we have our giveaway, but after this week, all the new players on new teams qualify, and it should ease up for us. So this is how it's going to go. We are on a 3-day stretch. We get it today, and we have a big play package giveaway. I've got a cooler secured. I've got a hat secured. We'll take a T-shirt, and I think we have a couple other things in the office that we can grab, and we'll send it out to people next week. All right?
Yes, sir.
Bring it on in. Let's get it done. Immaculate grid.
No categories for us today.
No, which is not usually a good thing for us. Go.
All right, Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Anything sticking out at you?
Not necessarily. So the things that are sticking out for me is Tampa, the Rams, Baker, because he works
Yes, he
nowhere
wouldn't work
else.
anywhere else.
So go ahead and go with Baker. The
Tennessee Rams, that would be Robert Woods.
you do like your Robert Woods. Now wait. Does he not also work for the Raiders?
No.
Did he? No. Okay, so just go Robert Woods. That's fine. Okay. The Tennessee and the Bears.
Wait, Rams Chiefs. There's one speaking to me. Maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. All right. Where do you want to go?
I don't. You have me thrown off now. Rams Chiefs. I don't think it's a running. Like I'm trying to like. I don't think it's like Len Dawson or anything like that. Like,
Did you see him on the broadcast, the graphic yesterday?
yeah, because Mahomes passed him
In half the games.
Yeah, Mahomes is pretty damn good. All right, let's open things back up here a little bit. Ryan Fitzpatrick, does he not work for Bears, Buccaneers? Did he play for the Bears? I feel like Ryan Fitzpatrick did. Mitch Trubisky doesn't work for any of those ones. Jimmy Graham doesn't work for any of those other ones. Dude, this is a tough one for us today. Damn it.
Be all right.
It's all right.
We just need to kind of hone in on something.
Okay.
I mean, okay, Tyrod Taylor, does he work for any of these?
I don't think so. We already went through Fitzpatrick. Colt McCoy. I actually don't think so.
Jay Cutler, did he ever play for any of those teams?
No. Oh. Bears, Chiefs, Kyle Orton. Did we just have that one? Remember that? We just hit that one the other day,
Yeah,
didn't we?
we did have a Kyle Orton.
Yeah.
Is he? You're positive?
Yeah. I think it was the same exact one, wasn't it? Whatever. Okay, we need to move on. All right, so like Chris Johnson never went to the Bears, I don't think, right?
Allen Robinson never played for the.
No, I don't think so. Allen Robinson's a good one to remember for this whole thing, but I don't think he ever did there.
I mean, like Martellus Bennett.
Wait, Titans, Raiders. Another one that we had. Is that not Will Compton?
Was that the one it was?
Yeah.
No. That was Washington in it. The one. Will Compton.
Yeah, but I know we played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think.
You want to try it, or?
I think so.
Oh, remember, it's William Compton.
Right?
I don't know, Matt. I'll pull it if you want me to.
Yeah. Yeah, good. All right. Okay. All right. We're piecing our way through here.
Didn't Nick Foles play for the Rams, or am I making that up?
Sounds right.
I know he played for the Chiefs.
I know, yeah. Yeah, rip it. I can't think of anything else.
Well, I don't want it to be wrong.
I think you're right. I remember him with McVay.
You do?
Yeah, I think
McVay? I was thinking Fisher.
What do you mean? Jeff Fisher?
Yeah. Like early.
Oh.
Maybe not. Should I rip it?
Yeah, rip it. Okay. All right. Little grind here. Can't make it easier. All right, Kansas City Raiders. Did Sean McCoy never played for the Raiders? Marshawn Lynch never played for the Chiefs. Who's that one linebacker for the Raiders? Oh, man. Linebacker is playing there right now. Robert Spillane. No, he came from New Orleans, I think, or vice versa, something like that. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. I don't know if Kenny Stabler, I don't think that works.
Bears Titans.
Rod Woodson. I don't know. That's a tough one. All right, you want to go Bears Titans?
There's got to be something there.
What about old friend Jared Cook? Jared Cook Raiders.
Right.
But I don't know if he ever played in Kansas City or Tampa. I'd actually feel all right, decent about going to Tampa, but I don't know for sure. Oh, Tampa Raiders. Then I'm Mike Glennon. Didn't Mike Glennon play for the Raiders? Or am I making that up? I might be making that up. I know he played with the Giants. I know he was in Houston. Did Case Keenum play in Chicago?
Man, I don't know.
Jameis never played in Chicago. Ryan Tannehill didn't go to Chicago. Jonnu Smith. I don't know. I don't know if I remember him with the Bears.
Man, this one's tough.
Yeah.
Bears Buccaneers.
Nathan Peterman. Son of a gun. Eddie Jackson, the safety. Khalil Mack, no. Dude. Okay. That's
yikes.
All right. You want to focus it on the Raiders?
I guess.
Yeah.
Running backs. Just want to rip through running back. Doug Martin, did he ever play in Kansas City?
No. Well, no. Raiders and Tampa, even.
We still need Raiders, Kansas City, too.
No, we need. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Doug Martin?
Oh, wait.
He played. He started in Tampa.
And didn't he play for the Raiders?
I believe it. If you think he was thinking about the Raiders, sure. Go with Doug Martin. Yeah. That's fine.
Or am I making that up?
At this point, we got to rip it.
No, I don't think I'm making that up.
I don't think you're making it up either. Of course you weren't. Yeah, of course you weren't. All right, Raiders, Kansas City. Oh, I know there's some legacy play. Dwayne Bowe. Oh man, we could have gone Kenny Britt for the Rams and the Titans, and then could we have not have slid Robert Woods over to the Bears?
Didn't play Bears Titans.
Bears Titans. I thought he played for the Bears.
Robert Woods?
Yeah. Maybe whatever. It's beyond. Whatever. It's over. It's over. We're here now. Tony Gonzalez never played in Oakland. Marshawn Lynch didn't go to Kansas City.
What about no? I mean, Alex Leatherwood. Why do I put? Did he make his way to Kansas City?
I have no idea. Former Browns offensive lineman Cam Irving played in Kansas City. I know that, but I have no idea if Cam Irving ever played for the Raiders. Obviously, Alex Smith never played for the Raiders. Did... Oh! Trent Green? I don't know why I think Trent Green works there. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Okay, let's Bears. We have to get Bears. Did Deonta Foreman play here in Tennessee?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Deontay. Yes,
he did play here in Tennessee?
Yeah. Deontay Foreman.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't think he did.
At this point, we don't have a choice. Yes, nice. That's a good pull. That's a really good pull right there. All right, come on now.
Bears Buccaneers.
Bears Buccaneers. The Dominic Sue never played in Chicago.
Jimmy Graham didn't play a season in Tampa.
No.
Sean McCoy didn't play in Chicago at all.
No. Oh, man. Obviously not like Leonard Fournette. Is this not also Mike Lennon? Is it not? Don't you picture his giraffe-ass neck in a Bears uniform?
No, I know I'm pretty sure I know for a fact he played for Bears.
Then I know for a fact he played for Tampa Bay.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he played for the Bears.
I think it's Mike Lennon. I think it's his giraffe-ass Mike Lennon here.
And the Giants he played for, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Are we sure?
Yes, just do it. Ah!
Wow, that's one hell of a neck.
Don't screw this up now. It's
Well,
not.
you
Wait a
can't take
minute.
him to swallow.
Wait. It's not Sebastian Janikowski, right?
That's funny you say that because
I
was
thought about
originally
it.
going to say I was about to
thought
say
about
Sebastian Janikowski, but I don't remember if he played for the Chiefs.
I don't think so either. Jeez.
Wow, we've gotten this far. We can't.
I know. We can't screw this up now.
Like-
Dude, for some reason, I like Trent Green.
Okay, well, hold on to that.
Okay. I mean, we're past time, but
No, we really have till 10:30.
okay. It's a long time.
Like Kendrick West. I don't remember playing in Oakland.
Carson Palmer didn't go to Kansas City.
Carson Wentz. Well, he just got to KC. He never played in.
Yeah. Jimmy Garoppolo, no.
Like
Gardner Minshew, no. I mean, he just got there too. It'll all be different this weekend, but
Marcus Mariota never played in Kansas City.
no.
Man. Did Dwayne Bowe ever play in the Raiders?
I don't think so. I mean, like, yeah, Dante
Like
Hall.
Michael Crabtree. I mean, Mac Hollins.
Yeah, I like your pull, but no.
He's in Atlanta now. Garyon Conley. I think he just got like
A lot of trouble there.
for nothing. He didn't do anything wrong.
Tyrann Mathieu didn't play in Oakland. Or am I thinking of Rich Gannon?
I don't know.
Rich Gannon, I know for a fact played for the Raiders. I know Trent Green for a fact played for the Chiefs. But them coming together,
Oh man.
it might have to be Trent Green. And again, I can't like Richie Incognito. Did he ever play in Kansas City?
Was he the bully or did he?
Yeah, he was the bully to Jonathan Martin. Yeah.
What a loser.
He is a piece of crap. Like,
I just noticed somebody in the chat just screaming.
I know, and I do feel like there is like a legacy type of situation.
Marcus
there.
Russell, did he ever play a game for the Chiefs?
No, I don't think so. It's good. It's good.
Well, let's just go like who are the draft picks so we can remember every year for the Raiders? If we can't even.
Yeah, like Michael Crabtree, Garyon Conley,
Alex Leatherwood,
which was just horrible. You know, they've had so many quarterbacks that ran through there. Like, Nnamdi Asomugha.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't remember Nnamdi Asomugha?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was him and Darrell Revis. Like, everybody talking about Revis Island, but Nnamdi Asomugha was a beast. No, it's not Kansas City. He went somewhere else after Oakland, but I don't think it was Kansas City. And then, like, all the ones we normally do, like Shady McCoy, I don't think so. Like, Brandon Cooks, no. Josh Johnson, I have no idea. Fitzpatrick doesn't work there.
Did Rich Gannon?
I'd rather go Trent Green. For some reason, I think...
I almost feel like I'd rather go Rich Gannon.
I definitely don't think he played in Kansas City. I really don't. Are we sure Michael Crabtree didn't go for a year to Kansas City?
I don't remember him in Kansas City.
I remember him in San Francisco. Sir, I'll leave it up to you. I'm down to Trent Green and Michael Crabtree. Those would be either one of those two. I don't like either one. But Jamal Charles, no. Kareem Hunt, no.
What do we do?
I would say probably Trent Green.
I don't think he did.
Okay. I don't know what else. I don't know.
Are you positive Rich Gannon didn't play in Kansas City?
I feel, pretty confident in that. Tim Brown, do you play in Kansas City? Don't think so.
What about Marcus Allen? No. What? Or am I making that up?
No.
Am I making that up?
Oh, man. Yeah. I kind of like that as our new pick. And what's his name? The pass rusher, Jared Allen? No. He played in Kansas City. I don't think he ever played for the Raiders. I feel like there's somebody else on that defensive line we're not thinking of. I don't know about Marcus Allen. I really don't. I kind of like it. All right, I'm down to Trent Green or Marcus Allen. Go Marcus Allen.
Should we flip a coin?
Nah, just go Marcus Allen.
Or should we go Trent Green?
No, go Marcus Allen.
Oh, God. Are you ready?
Yeah! Yeah! It should not have been that hard. Yes! Yes!
Holy
Yes!
shit.
What a poll! Yes!
Wow.
Yes! Ryan!
Wow.
Nice! Let's go! How many people are screaming Marcus Allen to us?
They're also saying, they're saying Marcus, that some people had Marcus Allen. They're also saying Rich Gannon would have worked.
Would Rich Gannon have worked?
Would Trent Green have worked? That's
the other one that I got to find.
Wow, what a pool.
Yeah, you're right. Rich Gannon would have worked.
Would he have?
Yeah, he left Kansas City to go there. Wow. Nice.
So we would have been good with Gannon too. Wow.
We would not have been good with Trent Green.
No?
No.
Oh.
Chargers, Washington, Rams, Chiefs, Dolphins, Rams again. He never played for the Raiders.
Let's see. Yeah, Marcus Allen, Albert Lewis, I don't know, Derek Johnson, Rich Gannon. Michael Bennett.
Nice. Nice.
I don't recognize anybody else. DeAndre Washington. I don't recognize anybody else. Wow.
What a pull. What a pull. Let's go. Nice. Hell yeah.
Marcus Peters.
Oh, that would have been a good one. Yeah.
That
that'd have been a good one. Got it with Marcus Allen, though, man. Nice. Nice. Well done.
Mason said, I've been screaming in this at the TV for 7 minutes.
That's right.
That does have to be so frustrating.
I know. That's the whole reason we do it. We just keep people on the line there doing it. Well done. All right, so that means a giveaway for you. Do you want to send the tweet out today? Let it run the weekend?
Yeah, I think.
All right, so do it after the show. So all we're going to do, go follow us on Twitter X at Matt Fontana Show, retweet it, and this week is going to be a big play package. We got a shirt, we got a cooler, we got a hat, a couple other things that we'll throw in there as well.
Think they want your autograph?
If they really want it, they can have it. Ryan's the star of the show for today for acing out Marcus Allen on that. Well done. Well done.
I'll be real. I'll totally pull that on my butt.
No, it's how we do the grid, man. But again, when you said it, I was like, wait a minute.
That's what I do because I know like the names of players that I'm not quite sure, but then it's like if I say it and you can confirm it,
yes,
it's like, okay.
Right. Yes, absolutely. All right, well done. Let's go. All right, catch our final break. We come back. All the betting. We got Ohio State, Western Michigan. We'll get to the Guards and the Dodgers tonight, and we will make our final predictions for the Browns and the Cowboys. It all comes your way next.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
I'm just dying at you right now.
Why?
Because I can't believe you had the nerve to bring up the NFL Top 100 when you're the one that was okay with it. Of the two of us, you were the one that was okay with him being ranked darn near 40th.
In the context of what happened in November of 23, that's what I said.
Nope. Doesn't matter.
We're back. We're back, James. We're back. So now this is what needs to happen next. That's it. Doesn't change. That doesn't change my opinion. You could roll that clip. I don't care. I stand by what I said then in that context. This is different. I'm looking ahead. Jeez.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. 'Tis the laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, 'tis the law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
All right, welcome back, Fontana Show. We got a lot to get to on our betting. I'm just still reeling from our win there on the grid. Mike tweets us to go, Marcus Allen. Got it. Well done there. So we had a giveaway. Ryan will send that out after the show. We get to our bets. Guardians, Dodgers, Ohio State, Western Michigan, and Browns, Cowboys. But we start a little bit of time up. We'll tell you what happened this day in history, including just 1 year ago today. 49ers signed Nick Bosa to a 5-year, $170 million extension. So he's good. Ayuk is good. Trent Williams is okay. they redid Christian McCaffrey's deal, and now they got Brock Purdy coming. And Fred Warner is actually one of the highest paid linebackers in the NFL, too. So they just got to figure out the money for Purdy next year. Could Dak go to San Francisco?
No way they can afford that.
They'd rather pay Purdy that money anyway. But Nick Bosa gets his deal. What would you say Nick Bosa is overrated, underrated, or properly rated? Stealing this from Bo Bishop. Bo does that all the time. Properly rated. Think it's rated. This ride never did it for me. Now, it's sad because, unfortunately, somebody got very hurt, and this is the reason that led to it. But this day, 2022, Cedar Point announced they would be shutting down Top Thrill Dragster. I went on it once, like when it first came out, but to like stand that long in line, at least if you go on Millennium, it's a ride. You know, you go on Maverick, it's a ride. Steel Vengeance is the new, honestly, Maverick will always be goated to me. Steel Vengeance is awesome. I never did it for Top Thrill, though. It was up and down. You're done. You know, never really got it. I get it was the first Strata coaster and the highest one, all that kind of stuff. Never really got it. They shut it down. And now, did you see the new one that they opened? It's been shut down all year.
Yeah,
it's been broken all year, but it is what it is. This day, 2017, the Indians won their 14th straight game, tying a club record. They beat the White Sox 5-1 behind a complete game from Carlos Carrasco. Now, Ryan, this was part of their 22 straight wins, but they tied the club record this day, 2017. Okay, I don't usually do a lot of deaths in Time Hop because they can be very sad, they can be very traumatic, and I don't want to do this one because it actually might bring people some joy. Art Modell passed away this day, 2012. And I remember when the news broke, and I get that Cleveland fans hated that man, and, you know, there's Porta-Johns with his face on it in RVs out in Muni Lot. But I'm not going to celebrate anybody ever passing away. Well, I shouldn't say anybody passing away, but it is what it is, man. You know, but he passed away this day, 2012. Another unfortunate one. This day, 1997, was the funeral for Princess Diana. They estimated that 2 billion people tuned into the TV that day for Princess Di's funeral. This day, 1995, Cal Ripken broke the consecutive game record. He played in his 2,131st consecutive game, breaking Lou Gehrig's record, and a record that'll never be touched again. This day, 1992, Carlos Martinez hits a 2-out grand slam in the bottom of the 11th to beat the Mariners 12-9. Albert Bell had 3 home runs in that game for the Indians. They get the win this day, 1992. This day, 1915, the first ever tank was produced. It was nicknamed Little Willie, and it rolled off an assembly line in England. I was thinking the movie Fury. I can't think of any other tank type of movies.
Yeah, Fury's
a good flick. Fury is a good flick. And then I guess like there was a tank in The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. Have you ever seen that one? It's not bad. But yeah, tank, I guess, kind of is what it is. Very happy birthday goes out to John Wall, former Cavalier, Joe Harris, Ryan Shazier, Clint Frazier, Mark Andrews, Idris Elba, Braun Strowman, Macy Gray, and Roger Waters, all celebrating birthdays today. I don't really have any movies or TVs for you today.
Boo.
You know, okay, I'll tell you this. When I go through the movies and the television shows, they're ones like, would I get these? Or are they of interest, like, to me? Right. But there's really nothing. Like, Beetlejuice comes out today. Beetlejuice comes out today. I got one more, I guess, if you really want to guess on it.
Yeah, I do.
A movie this day, 2019. It is a sequel of a horror movie with a very specific horror person in it. A figure in horror movie history.
Mm-hmm. What year?
2019. So they rebooted this series, and this was the sequel to the reboot.
Chucky?
No, good guess, but Chucky, well, you're right. Chucky, but no. This guy's very specific along the lines of if you have a fear of this certain thing, he's probably the perfect manifest of that. Nice.
Yes.
Nice. It is. If you have a fear of clowns, would it not be Pennywise?
Yes.
Now, have you seen the television miniseries in the 90s of it? Dude, Tim Curry, who I know unfortunately has had a litany of health issues over the last couple years. Tim Curry plays it. Now, I know Bill Skarsgård really did a great job playing the new It, but bro, Tim Curry playing It, Pennywise, in that 90s series. Plus, you had like John Ritter was in that. Really good miniseries. Of course, it all comes back to the Stephen King novel. But It is correct. I watched the reboot, and I thought it was fine. Like, I thought it held up because also the reboot didn't have the kid from like Stranger Things. Like, they actually had like a pretty solid like cast of kids to play all the ones, right? Hang on, stand by. It movie 2017. Okay. Finn Wolfhard played Richie. Jack Dylan Grazer played Eddie, and of course you know him from Shazam. Jaden Martell played Bill, or Jaden Lichtenbrother played Bill. Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise. It was. I'll put it this way: I watched the first one. I thought it was a solid reboot. I didn't see the second one. I don't know if it was good or not. But It Chapter 2 is correct. All right, let's get to our wagers for tonight. Would you like to start with a little bit of Guardians tonight? Now, the problem is Knack has never faced the Guardians before. Like, I looked up real quick to see if anybody had any like history against Landon Knack, and I don't really see much. He's only got a couple of starts on the year. His most recent one, he's like a spot starter for them. Like his last appearance was was August 13th? Huh. So you would lean towards the Guardians for tonight. Let me get you some trends. And of course, Boyd on the hill, his last 3 starts, a win, a loss, and a no decision. He's got 6, 6, and 7 strikeouts in his last 3 starts. So I kind of like Boyd over 5 strikeouts. Let me do this real quick. Strikeouts per game by the teams. The Dodgers are smack dab in the middle of Major League Baseball, 14th. They strike out 8.5 times per game. So let's do this. Give me Boyd over 5 strikeouts. Landon Knack is a righty. So Quan's got to get a hit, right?
You'd think so. You'd hope so.
All right. Let me do a little 3-leg here. Do you take the Guards' money line on this? You got the pitching advantage in this.
Yeah, but you're going against
juggernaut lineup. Maybe I don't like Boyd 5 so much. All right, let me do this. Okay, let's do this. 10 o'clock tonight. I'm going to take the Guardians. Okay. Give me a Quan hit. 4 or 5 strikeouts for Boyd. 5?
I'd like 4.
All right, I'll do 4. And then do I cop out and go Guardians plus a 1.5? Quan hit, Boyd 4 strikeouts, Guardians plus a 1.5 gets me to plus 170. I got a boost. I can bet 15 to win me $48. You like that?
I do like that.
You like that? Done. Quan hit, Boyd 4 more strikeouts, Guardians plus a 1.5. Although I kind of like them on the money line. Facing Knack. But we'll see how it goes. All right, let's flip over. Ohio State taking on Western Michigan. 38.5 points. The thing is, Western Michigan is coming off a game where they took not a lead, but they were only down 10-7 to Wisconsin at halftime last week. And they were actually leading 14-7 in the third quarter. They ended up losing 28-14. It's only the second time that they've ever met. Ohio State beat them 38-12 back in 2015. probably highest. Okay, wait, let's go with this. Jaden Buckley, running back from Michigan, carried 16 times for 64 yards against Wisconsin. Will Howard, 3 touchdowns. Ohio State didn't cover against Akron? No, they did.
No, they didn't.
Oh, no, they didn't. You're right. They didn't. You're right. They didn't. Ohio State in its history is 36-0 against teams from the MAC. They'll win.
You think?
Do you think? Going back to last year, Western Michigan is 7-3 against the spread their last 10, 3-9 straight up in their last 12, but they're only 1-7 straight up their last 8 games on the road. They're on an 8-game losing streak against teams from the Big Ten. Ohio State 7-0 their last 7 games at home. I mentioned 36-0 against MAC conference teams, and they are 5-1 against the spread their last 6 games played on a Saturday at home. 38.5, Ohio State. Do you like it?
Yeah, I'll take Ohio State.
Okay, Ohio State it is.
The Dolphins and Jalen Ramsey just agreed to an extension. Jalen Ramsey's now the highest paid cornerback in the league, retaking after Pat Surtain.
Pat Surtain got it.
24.1. While Surtain makes 24.
All right, buddy. Final one. Browns, Cowboys. I've got this line at 2.5. Your over-under is 41. There is a pick from OddsShark to take the under. And the focus on that is the home road split for the Browns defense, which was better. And, of course, new on the offense for Deshaun Watson and crew. I like Myles Garrett to get a sack in this game very much, so I'm going to take the over on that one as well. We already got our parlay going. I'd love to be wrong on this, but I think Dallas gets the win on Sunday. I'd love to be wrong. I'd like it to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys to cover and probably win that game. Ryan?
Well, I was asked by Josh Cribbs on the return this week.
Yes.
Which
you can always catch right here on Big Play.
He asked for my prediction. And I thought I was going to be the only one on the Big Play Network that was going to say the Cowboys are going to win. So I will join you on that.
All right.
I think they will cover. I think they will win.
Nobody will ever watch the show again.
I apologize.
I don't like it.
I hope I'm wrong.
I don't like
but
it.
I said I'm not going to pick the Browns.
I don't like it.
I truly don't think the Browns are going to win.
That's it.
I'm more than happy to be wrong. My final score prediction, I'm going 24-20 Dallas Cowboys.
I will take Dallas. See, I kind of like the under. I'm going to take Dallas 20-17. 20-17. Couple of touchdowns each way through. That's where it's going to go. Listen, I hope to be wrong, and I'm going to be rooting my ass off that I am wrong. And our parlay is primed and ready to go, which I like. Sunday is going to come down to a couple of these key things. I think you're watching Denzel Ward taking on CeeDee Lamb. You're going to watch Myles Garrett against that rookie left tackle. You're going to watch Jack Conklin versus Micah Parsons. But it all come back to what? The quarterbacks. Go in low for Sunday. That's all I'm asking you to do. Go in low with Deshaun Watson. Ryan, what would be a successful game? Take the win-loss out of it. What is your successful stat line for Deshaun Watson on Sunday?
You know, I'm not sure I'm going to give a specific stat line, but the one thing I want to see is a high completion percentage.
That's
I
a
think
good point.
that's the
Yep.
most important thing. And based off of, I mean, it's
hard because, like, we're Browns fans. We want to see them win and be successful and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'm not going to make my declaration on what Deshaun Watson is or isn't after one game. But you're like, I'll put it, you know what I really want to see Sunday? A throw that I go, yes. Like, you know, there's got to be
more
just
important. That's
one.
more important.
One where he laces the seam up there to Njoku. He hits a deep pass to Amari Cooper. There's got to be one. And I think there will be. You know, something just came out this morning. I'm assuming from Mike McCarthy's press availability, they want to pound the rock. They want to pound the rock. They said they're willing to run. Now, there's two schools of thought. Why the hell would he say that going into the game? That could be the, no, man, we're going to throw it all over the yard and this kind of stuff. And really, again, run it with Rico Dowdell and Ezekiel Elliott. Well, that, again, would probably lean to the under if they want to run it. I just need to see something from Watson. I need to see him with the command, and I need to see a couple of throws. what's the other thing I've been harping about all preseason, right? The pass rush. I need to see him in there feeling that pass rush, feeling that pressure a little bit, evading it when needed, and making some good throws on the run. All of that hopefully will lead to a win. I do hope that. And I think this is going to be a defensive struggle type of game. I'll tell you this, I have high expectations for the Browns defense. I really do. What am my score? I got 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. You limit that Dallas offense to 20 points, I think you're doing just fine. I just don't know if our offense can have enough to overcome it. Really. And I'd love to be proven wrong on this. I really would. I expect a big game for our defense. It's just, is the offense really going to show up and be able to do what they want? The fact that it's here, the fact that it's exciting is awesome. We get football this weekend, and I want to remind everybody, we're going to have a tailgate for free. Come on down. Greg Williams is going to be here. We are opening up our area here at Burke's. You can come down. I think we're doing something small outside first. And then just at 4:25, come on into Burke, ask where the big play setup is, and you can sit out in our lounge, watch all the games on the TV. I think we're having food. And you say the chef's coming in?
Yeah, Tony Lane.
Tony Lane's coming
nachos.
in? Yeah, come on down.
Yeah, we'll be posted outside by the Brown Cybertruck.
Oh, that's right. The Cybertruck is coming.
Yeah.
Did we send that picture out?
I don't know.
Are we allowed to?
I don't know.
I don't know. We are going to have a brown Cybertruck here. So you get some pictures taken. Bring the kids on down. And I'll tell you this, man. Burke is clutch for getting out of here when the game ends.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just get out, go east on the marginal, hit 55th, and you're on the highway.
East is closed, though.
What do you mean?
They usually, like you're talking about right out here turning left.
Yeah.
They usually close it.
No, they leave it open to get away from the stadium.
No.
What, really?
Last year.
After the game?
Last year, they wouldn't let me turn left. I have to go straight around the stadium.
Really?
Yep.
Well, so what? I mean, it's still like getting out of here at Burke is pretty easy.
Yeah.
You know, compared to the other things, especially like as soon as the clock hits 0, if it's a close game, all that kind of stuff, it'll be just fine. So, all right, get it done this weekend, Browns. We'll take the Guardians tonight as well. We got the Dodgers. We got football tonight, which is going to be fine. You took Green Bay. I took Philly for tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Appreciate everybody's support. Our 1-year anniversary in the books. We got our giveaway. Ryan's going to send that out after the show at Matt Fontana Show. And as always, really appreciate you. We'll talk to you on Monday. Go Browns, baby. Let's go. For Ryan Tyler, I am Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.